and welcome back to my channel, Beauty by Nicole Elise. So I do apologize. I know I've been kind of missing for a few days. I haven't really filmed anything, but last week was actually my birthday and I turned 32 years young. Let's be real. But for my birthday, I got spoiled and I just had a great time. Really loved and really blessed. And I think at the end of the day, that's all you can really ask for when it comes to getting another year older. Anyway, so let's not talk about that. Let's talk about something cool. I picked up the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, and I know it's not new. I know it's been around for a hot minute, but this is new for me. I do take pride in buying a lot of my different palettes and products. I'm not sponsored. This is not promoted by anybody. This is just solely my own creative purpose. So I have to say it's a really beautiful palette. If you don't know and you've been living under a rock, this is what it looks like. Gorgeous, gorgeois. The colors are beautiful. A lot of warm tones in this palette, which I personally am a big fan of. The color payoff is really, really nice. I have to say the only disappointment was probably the brush, because it comes with a dual brush that looks like this. But I just found it was kind of chintzy for the actual price point of the palette, and I just thought it could have been a little bit nicer. But I do think overall it's a great palette. Anastasia, you done good. Okay, so without any further ado, let's do a get ready with me. I know it's been a while and I just want to get back into the swing of things and just show you guys a little bit of color using this palette. Maybe some Juvia's, not sure what I'm going to do yet, but let's get to it. Anyway, I'm just priming my skin using the L'Oreal Revitalift Miracle Blur. And this one has a little bit of SPF in it, but I like it. And another product I picked up recently was the Morphe Beauty Blender, basically. Their beauty sponge. And I think it's really good, actually, for the price point. I think it's $6, but I have no complaints. I think it's good. So today I'm going to use the Tinny Doll Ultra 24-hour makeup. And this has a little bit of sunscreen because it's been pretty hot and sunny here in the south, and I just like to know my skin is safe. We're gonna booty blend this all over. But yeah, this sponge is pretty good, I have to say. I mean, I think I do still like Beauty Blender, the original, better, but I think for the price point on this, you can't go wrong. And when you just need to have some extra sponges and get something as good as the quality as the Beauty Blender sponges, I think this is a good dupe. If you guys see me looking over there, I have a mirror, and I like to point that out because you're like, who's she talking to? Why isn't she talking to us? Why is she over here? Because I have my setup with a mirror over here to make sure I am blended and not looking like a hot freaking mess. But anyway, okay, so concealer today. I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I feel like I don't sleep anymore, so this is probably a good bet for me. I don't know what it is lately, you guys. I'm just so, I don't know. We're like house hunting and trying to like make a big move, and it's just stressful. I'm sure you guys know if you're at that point in your life with just looking around, and then you have to have like a really good school with kids and making sure that they're in a safe environment, and it's just crazy. And also like torn too, because I'm from New York, and even though I live in the South and the South has been good to me, I feel just a longing to be back home again. And it's hard because I know how expensive the North is, and I mean, it takes a lot to live up there, and I give a lot of my family and my friends credit because it's so expensive, especially after having lived south now for a while. I feel like I'm the queen of blending today. I'm just overly blending myself. It's craziness. Anyway, I'm going to use my Laura Mercier translucent powder now, And I love this stuff. I'm almost out. I'm going to take a Real Techniques Beauty Blender, and it's already dampened, and just start to bake my under eyes. And also press this all over to set this foundation. Okay guys, so next thing I want to do, if I can find my brush, is make sure I don't have any translucent powder on my lids. Now I want to go in with my eyeshadow primer. I'm going to use my anti-aging from Urban Decay. You guys hear my little guy in the background. We're just hanging out together. Today's actually my mom's birthday, so excited. We're going to have cake and goodies for her later. And we have that all squared away. And I'm just going to take that fluffy brush from Real Techniques and pat it to make sure that it's nice and dry, my lid. Some people like their eyeshadow primer sticky. I like it locked in with a translucent powder. I just feel like it layers my shadows better that way. Okay, so first color we're going to start off with in the Renaissance palette is Tempera. Yeah. Anyway, it's this soft, pretty white color, like this off-white. And we're just going to put that all over from our lid to our brow bone to set this primer and just give more additional prime to our eye. Okay, so next up, I actually want to take a fluffy brush from BH Cosmetics, just a fluffy crease brush, which a lot of times I'll use for blending too, but I just want to take this color Golden Ochre, and this is like a really pretty kind of like taupey, camel-y color, and I just want to be able to blend that real loosely into the crease as a really nice transition base. So I'm just going to press this into the crease and just circle it back and forth. And I'm using it on a fluffy brush because I don't want a lot of color placement, but I do want this color to go up higher than my other crease colors because it's just going to warm up that entire crease area. So I ordered from House of Lashes, and with my order came this adorable little mirror, and it says, when in doubt, wing it out, and it's a mirror, and I just love it because it's really good to get in there and see up close, especially if you're doing your lashes or you're doing your eyeshadows, and it's so cute and tiny. I love it. Oh. So if you see me hold this up at all, now you know I'm not just like promoting a quote here or House of Lashes. This is just so I can see what I'm doing because I'm getting old, you guys, alright? I'm getting blind as a bat and it's just not kosher. Let's be real. Alright, so next up I want to take this color Burnt Orange, which is a little bit on the orangey side and a little bit in the brown family, and it's just a really nice transition color. And using a Morphe M330, M330, I'm just going to take a little bit of that burnt orange and start working this into my crease area. Nice and soft, not bringing it up too high, and kind of just cutting it right here, not going up quite as high as that Golden Ochre color. Now taking a little bit more of that burnt orange, I'm just going to use this fluffy brush and kind of bring it into the outside corner here and just start creating a little bit of a soft smoky look by circling it into this corner right here. I don't want a whole lot of color there, but I just want it to kind of come around. Using that same brush now, we're going to go into this color Relgar. Guys, my pronunciation's not so good, but this is a really pretty kind of orange burnt color, and we're just going to use that to intensify the crease now. Using that same Morphe brush. and just kind of follow the same pattern you did with burnt orange. Okay, you guys, and last but not least, we're going to take the Morphe M441 and we're just going to dip it into, I think I'm going to do a little bit of red ochre today. And that's just this really pretty kind of burnt reddish, brownish color. It's like a real pretty, almost like cherry brown, like a cherry cola. And I want to use this on this brush so that this way we get a little bit more placement and we can pack it into our crease. And it really, I don't know, it just, I find it really hugs the crease better. If that makes sense. And I want to intensify this crease. So we're going to go back and forth. And then we're going to also pull it down into the corner here. There's a lot of pigment on this, so hold your brush from further back to make it more gentle if you have to. And just kind of circle this and smoke this right into the outside view. Now using whatever is left on that brush with the red ochre, just kind of, you can pull up your lid slightly or your brow area if you're more hooded. And just kind of blend out the edges of that color because you don't have any more heavy pigment on the brush. You're just kind of taking what's left and okay, so I want to work with the color in this palette Primavera on the lid itself, but to pop it a little bit more, I want to take my e.l.f. Liquid Molten Eyeshadow, and this is the Liquid Gold. And let's see what brush. Oh, here we go. I'm going to use the Morphe M124, the 124, and we're just going to take a little bit of this Liquid Molten Eyeshadow and place it onto the lid. And just go about 3/4 of the way from the corner inside to the outside. We're not going to go all the way across the lid, just about 3/4 of the way. And we're just going to create a little bit of lid space here. Then what you can do is wet your brush, or not, whatever works for you. I'm just going to spritz it with some rose tonic and dip it into that really pretty soft champagne gold Primavera. And now we're going to just press Primavera on top of this liquid gold pigment. Next, I want to take this LA Girl, this is the Glide On Gel Eyeliner, and this is obviously the color black, and I just want to kind of take this across my lash line just to fill in, because we're going to put fake lashes on today, but I feel like this just goes in and it cleans up those like see-through peekaboo areas. And it's really, I have to say, for the price point of this liner, it's a really good quality. It does glide on really nice. I'm just kind of pressing it into my lash line, and then I'm just going to take this e.l.f. smudge brush and just kind of go in and push this into my lashes. I use the Define a Lash mascara from Maybelline. And just kind of come down on top of the lashes and then also underneath. I'm going to use my little mirror so I can see what I'm doing here. But I love Define a Lash because it makes the lashes that you have extremely long and separated. I think it's a great mascara. So let's just, if you even have any left, I feel like most of mine is like sucked into my pores now. But remember when we baked before all of this? I'm just dusting away any type of excess bake that is still on my face. And now, without hitting the under eye area, I'm going to take my flat brush and you know my trusty Pro Matte Infallible powder from L'Oreal. And while the mascara is drying, we're just going to take this and press this into our face and our pores and shove it in there because we need us some full coverage. And that's just how I roll. Get my triple chins. And that is all she wrote. Lashes, I feel like they took like a hot minute. It took me like 18 hours to do my lashes today and my brows. I don't know if it's just because it's like, I have a case of the Mondays. I don't know. Contouring,
but
anyway,
anyway,
sculpted face palette from It Cosmetics, one of my favorites. And I'm going to be working with all 4 colors of the contour today. So I'm just kind of swiping my brush into all of them. And then I tap. This brush I really love. This is a sculpting face brush from e.l.f. Cosmetics. And it's really thin, so I feel like it gets right into that crevice that you want it to be at, right here. And I can get right up into the high point, 3/4 of the way down my hollow. And then I buff upward, because you never want to pull down. You always want the skin to look upright. And then buff it all the way down to my mouth. That is done. I'm just going to go in with this fluffy fan brush from ABH Cosmetics and just make sure everything is kind of buffed out, looking real fly, like a J6. This is the NYX Matte Medium Bronzer, and I love this because it warms up the cheekbones, and I'm going to put this on the actual cheekbone. And into the temple. For highlight today, first of all, let's spritz our face now that we're powdered beyond belief, and we're going to use my Rada Organic Rose Water. And while that is drying down, we're going to go in with this adorable little fan brush, the Morphe 133, and into the Nubian 2 palette from Juvia's Place, and use this really pretty color, Zori, to highlight today. And I pull onto my high point of my cheekbone first, and then just kind of buff it out. And right above our brow bone area. Another product I really love, I actually got this as a sample for my birthday, and this is Parte Amazonian Clay Blush. And I just, oh my god, I love this color. It is so pretty, and it's just so simple, but like it has a lot of pop to it. And I'm going to take that on an angled blush brush. I feel like I can never say that right. Blush brush. And smile big, because you know you're worth it. And let's just circle and pop this into our apple and up on the high point of the cheekbone. Let's go into our lips now. Okay guys, so this is the finished look, and I actually had every intention of showing you the step-by-step with the lips, but my camera actually decided to just die on me, and I realized I never charged the battery fully because I just purchased the camera and I've been playing around with it and all these things and just trying to learn stuff about it, and yeah, this is the completed look. I did a little bit of a wing just to kind of coincide with the grape vibrant Barney colored lips that I chose. And for the lips, I wanted to kind of ombre it and just make it a little bit different. So I used NYX Blackberry, which is literally black like lip liner. And then I filled in and also covered the edges a bit too with fuchsia from NYX as well. And then on top of everything, I put MAC's Retro Matte Recollection from the Liquid Lip Color collection. And I do really like this, I have to say. It's a really, really nice color. I like the lightness of it, the feel of everything else, like you say, Modern Renaissance palette, I really, really love. Other than the brush, that's the only downside, I have to say, and that's just my opinion. So take it or leave it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I had a lot of fun making it for you. Please subscribe and give me a thumbs up, comment, share, all that fun stuff. You guys can find me on Instagram, on Snapchat, on Facebook. Just check in the comment section, the links down below. I'll link all of that for you guys. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.